What is this? Beach. What is this? Desert. What is this? Canyon. What is this? Prairie. What is this? Glacier. What is this? Plain. What is this? Swamp. What is this? Lake. What is this? Waterfall. What is this?
Volcano.
What is this? Rainforest. What is this? River. What is this? Tennis racket. What is this? Badminton racket. What is this? Ping pong paddle. What is this? Bowling ball. What is this? Basketball. What is this? Skipping rope. What is this? Punching bag. What is this? Boxing gloves. What is this? Barbell. What is this? Pull-up bar. What is this? Parallel bars. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this?
Comb.
What is this? Broom. What is this? Mop. What is this? Shampoo. What is this? Laundry detergent. What is this? Dish soap. What is this? Cleaning cloth. What is this? Sponge. What is this? Trash bags. What is this? Toilet paper. What is this? Tissues. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this? Memory card. What is this? External hard drive. What is this? Webcam. What is this? USB flash drive. What is this? Case. What is this? Screen protector. What is this? Charger. What is this? Cable. What is this? Lens. What is this?
Tripod.
What is this? Microphone. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this? Maple. What is this? Cactus. What is this? Wheat. What is this? Palm. What is this? Bamboo. What is this? Pine. What is this? Ivy. What is this? Seagrass. What is this? Fern. What is this? Moss. What is this? Succulent. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this? Chair. What is this? Sofa. What is this? Bookshelf. What is this? Dresser. What is this? Wardrobe. What is this? Nightstand. What is this? Lamp. What is this? Ottoman. What is this? Bench. What is this? Curtain. What is this? Ceiling light. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this? Question mark. What is this?
comma,
What is this? Period. What is this? Exclamation mark. What is this? Colon. What is this? Semicolon. What is this? Quotation marks. What is this? Ellipsis. What is this? Dash. What is this? Hyphen. What is this?
slash,
What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this? Plate. What is this? Bowl. What is this? Chopsticks. What is this? Fork. What is this? Spoon. What is this? Serving spoon. What is this? Wine glass. What is this? Toothpick. What is this? Teapot. What is this? Napkin. What is this? Tablecloth. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this? Ladybug. What is this? Dragonfly. What is this? Firefly. What is this? Ant. What is this? Butterfly. What is this? Bee. What is this?
mosquito,
What is this?
moth,
What is this? Fly. What is this? Beetle. What is this? Spider. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。
What is this?
ketchup,
What is this? Soy sauce. What is this? Vinegar. What is this? Chili powder. What is this? Pepper. What is this? Honey. What is this? Fermented tofu. What is this? Mustard sauce. What is this? Ginger. What is this? Celery. What is this? Star anise. What is this?
知道是什么吗？评论区留下你的答案。